All right, so I am going to do chapter 11.1 and 11.2. So here are the notes. We already did this. All right, 11.1. Hi, Kaden. No problem. I saw you went into the other room. I was looking for you. Actually, let me just change your attendance real quick before I forget. Okay. So chapter 11.1, so circumference and arc length. So I'm going to give you some notes, and then I'm going to do the some practice problems, and then I'm going to give you some more notes, and we'll do some more practice problems. And then you can finish your assignments for the day. Thursday will be very light, and then Friday is Fun Friday. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do present. All right, circumference. Well, let me go back to chat. Okay, the circumference of a circle is C equals pi times the diameter, or C equals 2 times pi times the radius. So remember, the diameter is all the way across, the radius is just halfway. Okay, so circumference is a C, pi is this symbol here, diameter is the D, radius is the R. Arc length. So we're talking about this length right here, AB. So it's an arc length, whatever this arc length is here, divided by 2 pi times the radius. Okay, and then the arc length here, and that's divided by 360. And I'm sorry, that's not the arc length. This one means the measure of. So whatever angle this is, so if this was 70 degrees, then this would be 70 up here. Or you can write it like this, that the length of the arc equals the measure of the arc. So the degree of the arc divided by 360 times 2 pi times the radius. Okay, and another thing we're going to do is convert between degrees and radians and degrees. So to get from degrees to radians, you're going to multiply the degree measure by 2 pi radians divided by 360, or 1 pi radians divided by 180. And to go from radians to degrees, you're going to multiply the radian measure by 360 divided by 2 pi radians, or 180 divided by pi radians. All right, any questions on the notes? All right, so we're going to do some problems. I'm going to mark them up as we go along. All right, so we're going to find the circumference of a circle with a radius of 9. Okay, so we're going to be using this 9 in this formula here. Okay, so the radius is 9, so I'm going to be multiplying 2 times 9 times pi. Okay, so 2 times 9 is 18 pi. You can leave it as 18 pi, or you can use a calculator and you would get 56.55. Okay, over here we have a radius of a circle with a circumference of 26. So I know what the circumference is, so I'm going to be putting that in as my C right here and solving for R. Okay, so there it is, 26. Okay, and actually I should have highlighted that too, 9. Okay, so 26 equals 2 pi R. I'm going to divide 26 by 2 pi. And that's going to give me my radius. So the radius is approximately 4.14. All right, any questions? All right, now we're gonna look at arc length formulas. So here we have the arc length of AB right here. So I've got my radius is 8, my angle is 60 degrees, so I know that the arc degree is also 60 degrees. So I'm going to be using this formula right here. So here's my arc degree angle, 60 degrees. Here is my radius right here, and the rest of it is the formula. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this out. 60 divided by 360 times 2 times pi times 8. Okay, if you put that into a calculator, that would be approximately what you would get. Are you guys okay with that, or do you need me to show you the math? Okay. All right, just remember you're going to do the division with the 60 and 360 first, and then multiply it by the rest if you're using a calculator. All right, on B over here. Okay, I have an arc length of 419. Okay, so we're going to find the circumference. So here's the arc length. Okay, and then I have a degree is 40 degrees. So that's going to go here. Now I'm going to have to solve for the circumference. So you can see that that's here, the 40 degrees and the 419. Okay, cross multiply, but they're going to actually reduce 40 over 360 to 1/9. Okay, so then when they cross multiply, they just get C equals whatever 9 times 4.19 is, which is 37.71. Okay, this one over here, I have an arc length, RS, okay, of 44. Okay, and an arc measure I don't have, but I have a radius right here. All right, so now you can see there's my 44. Okay, and here's my radius of 15.28. So now I'm going to have to solve for this right here. So again, cross multiply, put it into a calculator, and I get 165 degrees. All right, any questions on that one? Okay. All right, so now we're going to convert degrees to radians. Okay, so remember this was the formula, right? So you have the 45 degrees. It goes into this number here, which is 1 pi divided by 180. And let me show you the math on this because I think it's a little confusing because that's the answer, okay? So I'm going to show you the math and then I'm going to erase it. All right, so this would have right here equaled 45 pi over 180, right? Radian. Okay, 45 over 180, there's 4 45s and 180, so that reduced to 1 pi over 180 radians. So that's how they got this, because I don't need the 1 in there, right? That's how they got this pi over 4. Does that make sense? Yes, Samantha. All right, any questions with that one? Okay, so that's the actual answer right there. This one here, we're gonna do basically the opposite. So we have 3 pi 2 radians, and we multiply it by 180 divided by pi. Okay, and we would get 270 degrees. And again, the reason for that is that you would have, well, let me just put it up here. So I'll put it right here. And I'll do pink. So I would have had 3 pi 180 on top over 2 pi on the bottom. The pi's would have canceled. Okay, so you're left with, okay, chapter 11.2, areas of circles and sectors. Okay, this is the area of the circle formula. It is pi times the radius squared. Okay, this should be something that you've already know. And over here is the area of a sector. So sector is this section right here. Okay, we have the radius. This is the minor sector, and then we have the larger major sector over here that is in the white. So this area of sector APB, that's this one right here, divided by pi r squared equals the measurement of arc AB divided by 360 degrees. Okay, or you could just say the measurement of arc AB divided by 360 times pi r squared is going to equal that. And that's all your notes for chapter 11.2. And let me go back here. And we're going to find the area of a circle. So right here we have an area of a circle with a radius of 2.5. So all I am going to do is put in the radius, which is right here. Oops. Right here for my radius. Okay, so it's going to be pi times 2.5 squared. 2.5 squared is 6.25, so you could leave it like this. This would be an exact number, to 6.25 pi. Or you can use the calculator and you would get 19.63. On the second one, we're going to find the diameter of a circle. We have the area. So now I'm going to put that number in right here for the area. So you can see it's right there. So the area is 113.1 equals pi r squared. So I'm going to divide 113.1 by pi. And then I'm going to find the square root of that number because this is squared. And then I get 6. So 6 is the diameter. I'm sorry, the radius. And so then we have to multiply it by 2 in order to get the diameter. So the diameter is 12. All right, any questions? All right. This one is the area of the sectors formed by the angle UTV. So we have a 70-degree angle. That means we have a 70-degree arc. And we have an 8-inch radius. Okay, so they want us to find this peach-colored area in here and then the blue area over here. So remember, when we have an arc length like right here, right? I'm sorry, an arc degree. We know that this is going to be 70 degrees because the angle measures 70 degrees, so the arc measure is 70 degrees. And then if I took 360 and subtract 70 from it, I would get 290. So then that would mean all of this over here is 290 degrees. So that's where they got that. All right, here is your formula. All right, so they're going to do the measure of the arc, which is the 70. So that's going to go there. And then they're going to use the radius, which is 8, which is going to go here. And the rest of it is the formula. So they're going to divide 7 by 360 and multiply it by pi times 8 squared, and they get 39.10. So that's the area of the smaller sector, and now we're going to get the area for the larger sector. So all we're going to do this time is use the 290 degrees now. So same thing, here's still your 8. The only difference is now we have 290 in there. Okay, and so we get 161.97. All right, any questions? All right, so here we're going to find the area of the entire circle. Okay, so we are going to use the measure of arc TU, which is 40 degrees. Okay, so remember, if the angle is 40 degrees, then this arc is also 40 degrees. So this is 40 degrees. All right, so I can use that. Okay, and then I have the area, which is 35. Okay, so the area of this peach colored area in here is 35. So that's 35. So now we're going to do the math on this. And I'm going to find that the area of the circle is 315 square meters. All right, any questions at all on anything? All right, you have these assignments. Please have them done by these due dates, and I will see you guys on Thursday the 15th, and I will post the video shortly. Bye. Bye, guys.